2, 1, go. Okay, tanking the hits pretty well. And goes. Why is the PhoenixRudder going for that? Ooh, big hits. Ouch. Hello everybody, welcome to another video where we're going to be doing the unboxing for UX-07 PhoenixRudder deck set. So let's go. PhoenixRudder deck set. So UX-07 is a deck set with a new blade, new ratchet, new bit. So this is the UX version of the PhoenixWing. This is PhoenixRudder. And what is a deck set, you ask? A deck set comes with 3 bays. This is not a booster. So this box comes with 3 bays, which has all the different parts. So you can basically just buy this and take part in an official tournament if you want. Alright, so this is a Wyvern Gale, which has come, and also the Sphinx Cow, which has appeared in a previous release. However, the UX is the unique line, right? So this is PhoenixWing, right? This is the current meta, and this is PhoenixRudder, right? Different blade shape, made for different purposes. In fact, right, this is an attack bay, right, a PhoenixWing. However, in this setup, they have changed it to stamina right spin bay. So this is a very interesting direction where they are taking Phoenix. So I'm honestly going into this unboxing not knowing what to expect, especially with the performance of this glide bit. So let's open this up and let's talk more about what I think about this whole thing is going to do, and then we're going to put it into the stadium for a few short test battles and see if it's really good or not. Alright, so here we go. Okay, and so out of the box, right, this is what you get. Alright, 3 bays. The QR code is somewhere here, and so the 260, 970 and 180. Interesting colors. Actually, when I first opened it, I thought this is metal because it's actually silver. It looks good. But it's a 260. So if you guys, for those who have owned a CobaltDragoon, you know there are some issues with the 260, which I will talk about. Alright, so let's open this up and take everything out. Here we go. Alright, so again, for those who are in Asia, right, so the QR code don't throw away, you can scan this for the extra points, right? Okay, and here we are. So these are the 3 bays that we got out of the box, but before we go any further, let's check out what's coming up next. We have a new bay. This has been teased. 14th of September. I think a lot of people is going to be very excited for this one. Check out my Twitter where I reposted on what's coming out, and actually, you know what, I'll just say it. This is Eldrago, right? Eldrago is coming out, and the packaging looks sick, man. And also a skill up guide using parts from this set. I think 160. Sorry, am I Leon Crest? 160. Alright, Leon Crest 160. And this really brings to the point where I think Takara Tomy is really designing defense base meant for attack, because gear flat 160 on the Leon Crest. But anyways, do check out my Leon Crest unboxing video. We're probably gonna test this to see if again, this is gonna be like a very viable attack bay instead of a defense bay. Gear flat, I mean, Takara Tomy is telling us to use this as an attack bay. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to look at the rest of the bays. Alright, so I won't really be touching much on the older bays, right? Because the older bays we have seen them before. Like same thing with the previous Wyvern Gale review, where this thing is still is wide. However, it does feel hefty. I may have to weigh this. Okay, and so to the 260 Ratchet, right? In the previous video of the CobaltDragoon, I have talked about this Ratchet, where the main issue with the burstiness is the fact that this overhang is very squarish and is so much to the side that and is very aggressively square. So touching the extreme line or just a bad tilt, even just a little bit of touch from the opponent's blade that causes this to burst. Alright, so this is a very difficult ratchet to use, and like from all the pictures we've seen so far, because they've taken it at an angle, right? So it's like, oh, you thought it's gonna be smooth, but man, the ratchet is so blocky. I mean, sure, it adds weight to the side, right? That helps with the spin, but is it worth it? Well, this is up to you to decide if this is something that's worth using. Although the color looks so good, it's silver. Like when I first opened it up, I thought it's metal. Okay, so now let's get down to the actual base, right? Because we won't really need to talk much about these two base, right? It has been seen. You have the gear flat. The blue gear flat looks nice. I mean, and that's pretty much about it. A 180, sure, right? You can make some very nice blue, but why did they go with blue again? The original blue one, oh right, that was 160. Sorry, so 180. You're gonna make something blue with the 180. Right, go for it. Okay, and on to the main star of the show, PhoenixRudder blade. Right, the blade features like this very up and down wavy movement. Right, it seems to be made in such a way that it seems it's gonna be very good at actually deflecting attacks. So, but this is a defensive blade. So later after this, we're gonna weigh the blade and see how heavy this thing is. I mean, it does feel hefty, right? That's for sure. And then like the ratchet, this is 970 ratchet. And long ago, I said that this ratchet is gonna complete my Tyranno beat. We will see, right? Because I'm actually very excited to test out the various parts that we see here, especially this on this. Because this bit right here, right, featuring the palm material, is said to be very smooth. However, and also like you see, like there's this two grooves at the side, right? It's said to be it's supposed to help balance it out, so that as you're, let's say when you're spinning, right, you're spinning, and then like if you tilt over, this thing is going to push you, and then you're gonna upright yourself again, right? So this is supposed to help with balance, like staying upright. However, I'm not sure why it feels like mine is very deep inside. Oh please, I'm gonna take another one just to compare. I feel like, yeah, wait, okay, so mine feels barely visible though, the palm bit. And also, like, I noticed one thing. Right out of the box, there's already a crack in the paint for my PhoenixWing. It's not showing up very clearly on the camera, but yeah, there's like some crack on my blade. Why, Takara Tomy? What have I done to you? Why do I keep getting products that is not nice out of the box? Okay, but anyway, let me grab another of this bit just to do a comparison. Chotomate. Okay, and I'm back, and can you see the difference? This has a lot more of the palm thing sticking out as compared to this, right? Wait, is this gonna be another of those RNG thing again, where we have to buy multiples to get a good copy? Wait, can you see the difference? Like, oh my goodness. Why, Takara Tomy? What have I done to you to deserve this? This is ridiculous, man. Takara Tomy. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna be use this in the stadium, right, just to see how it behaves. Next up, let's weigh the different parts. Okay, so let's weigh the parts, right? So for comparison's sake, I'm gonna use my old PhoenixWing blade. This is PhoenixWing at 38.07. Pretty chunky boy. And then we have the PhoenixRudder, 34.4. So it's lighter. Not sure how to feel about this. Why does it feel like the evolution went the other direction? But we'll see how it works, right? And it's a stamina blade, and then like a ratchet. This is a 6.32, and then the bit comes in at 2.53. Alright, so 2.53 compared to the gear flat, which is 2.25. I mean, and then we have the spike 1.9. So this bit is actually surprisingly heavy. Alright, and to put the bay together, the base sits at 43.28, and to compare, right now I'm not going to use a stock Phoenix. Alright, so this is a Phoenix combo which I have been using right on the 160 taper. Generally, the weight of the base is 46.34, 30, 43. So it's a few grams. Wow, it's a few grams different. And like even for the Wyvern Gale, so let me just put it up together real quick. Right, the Wyvern Gale is like 39. Wow, Wyvern Gale is pretty light. So I mean, in all honesty, okay, like WizardRod, everyone's favorite combo. The entire bay weighs 43.83. So it's actually pretty comparable to this. This is also 43. So in terms of stamina base, this both are stamina base. Alright, so we're gonna have to see how this performs as compared to WizardRod. Oh yeah, you know what? Just before people say I did not weigh everything, okay, Sphinx cow 33.12. I think it's actually pretty similar weight to the one that I have, and then 6.68. And so Wyvern Gale's blade is 31.69 as usual, a little bit underweight. And then the 260, 6.2, 6.21, and then the bit we just weighed. Alright, so yeah, those are the weight of the so those are the weight of the other two bays that comes with the set, but the one that we really want to test out is this. So I'm gonna be doing some short testing with the PhoenixRudder, so let's go. Okay, so welcome to the stadium test, right? This is PhoenixRudder, right, on the stock combo with the glide bit. So let's see how this performs in just a test launch, right? Flat launch. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. Initial launch, it's super aggressive. And then here comes the stamina part. Spinning very stable. Okay, it's volume a little, and wow, it's still very stable. It's spinning very still, and it's still going. Wow, is this really the power of the home bit? Alright, let's see how much power it has behind. Okay, it still feels like there's a lot of spin left. So is this bit really helping with increasing the spin? Wow. Okay, and now with a bit of a tilt launch, let's just see its movement when it's tilted. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so whoa, what is this movement? Whoa. Wow, that movement is actually very interesting once you tilt launch it. And then after that it goes into stamina mode. Oh my goodness, alright, I need to try this again. That was a very interesting movement. So what I think is that when you tilt launch, right, the sides of the glide bit is actually brushing against the stadium and helping to propel it. So this is actually a very interesting movement bay. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And that was a minor extreme dash. Right? It's actually doing a small little extreme dash. And listen to that sound. Yeah, so this is definitely the part where the glide bit is actually brushing against the stadium, trying to balance itself. And then now is that. So this bit has this behavior where it's trying to stay upright, I guess, right, because of the bumps at the side. So does that mean you would actually want a shorter, like the shorter bit, right? Because just now when we were opening up, right, I took out one that has a slightly taller palm part, right? So does that mean you want the shorter one, right? Since it means that it's easier to balance itself. So it looks like we will have to test more on this. Alright, so anyway, test battles. Let's see how this fares against some of the popular meta bays. Okay, so not really exactly meta bay, but let's put it up against the predecessor PhoenixWing against PhoenixRudder. Let's see how they behave. I'm actually very curious about this. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, it's actually taking hits pretty well. Okay, it's tilted over. No! Oh! That was a draw! Okay, let's try this again. Alright, so PhoenixWing on the taper against the PhoenixWing on G. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, taking hits pretty well. Alright, so stamina level. Alright, and spin finish. Wow. Okay, so it still seems like putting up pretty good fight. I was expecting a burst because this bit is the low burst resistant bit, but I think with the tilt launch, I think you're dodging around the stadium, making it a little bit harder for people to hit you, and then you're just surviving based on the end game where you're playing off the stamina. So I think, surprisingly, I actually quite like I quite like what this bay is doing at the moment, but we'll see. Alright, so up next I'm going to put it up against something a little bit more aggressive, SharkEdge 160 Hexa. Right, it has a little bit more stamina because of the Hexa bit, and it's still aggressive enough to move around the stadium. So let's see how the PhoenixRudder puts up against SharkEdge. 3, 2, 1, go. Big hits, and SharkEdge is taking over. Stamina loss is real. Yep, okay. Alright, so if you're able to kind of survive the first few hits, I think you're gonna do pretty well. Wait, is something coming loose? Try. Alright, so let's try this again. 3, 2, 1, go. Why is the PhoenixRudder going for that? Ooh, big hits. Ouch. Yep. Alright, so puts up a pretty good fight against SharkEdge. If you can avoid the burst. Okay, and next up, something even more aggressive, DranBuster on the 560 Unite. I mean, this is my personal combo. I really like it on the Unite. I mean, it can definitely go a lot more aggressive on the low flat. So this is where, tune in to the testing video where, of course, I'll be testing various combinations against the PhoenixRudder. PhoenixRudder. Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. That was a self-extreme from the DranBuster. Okay, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, tanking the hits really well. Alright, so that was tanking quite a few hits from DranBuster without bursting. 3, 2, 1, goes. Okay, that's a relatively good hit, and a Ratchet hit. And more Ratchet hits, and PhoenixRudder still surviving, and yep, that was a very close one. But still pretty much putting up a good fight as long as you survive the first few hits, not getting bursted. Still going strong, wow. Alright, so for the last battle, of course I want to see WizardRod and PhoenixRudder. Let's see if this is going to do anything. 3, 2, 1, goes. Oh, looks like PhoenixWing is losing more stamina. Yeah, looks like WizardRod still has it, man. So WizardRod 560 ball, still the monster that it is. Let's try this one more time. 3, 2, 1, goes. Wow, that can happen. Okay, that's a little bit too short. Right, let's try one more time and see what happens again. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, goes. I think the aggressive movement, like the early aggressive movement, can help, but endgame stamina, whoa! Endgame stamina is definitely going to be kind of the issue here. And stamina is gone. WizardRod still the stamina monster that it is. Why is this so OP? Okay, so before we head on to the conclusions, someone actually mentioned that the CobaltDragoon on the glide bit may be the answer to Wizard Arrow Ball. So I'm going to put both of this on the glide bit, and we're going to put this two in the battle to see how good CobaltDragoon actually is against the WizardRod. Alright, so WizardRod first before I launch the CobaltDragoon. Here we go. So the equalizing, is this going to matter against the WizardRod? Even launching it first, still no match for the WizardRod. So here we go, WizardRod on this bit, 560, here we go. It was very aggressive. So this is the end game right here. Is CobaltDragoon on the G bit really the answer to WizardRod? The equalizing, no, that was very close. Okay, so that was so close, but this is because I'm solo launching, right? So if you're curious if we finally have something that could defeat this monster, right, stay tuned to my comprehensive testing, because this time your feedback, right, I have taken it to heart. Well, I'm gonna do a really thorough comprehensive testing, so do stay tuned to that video. So anyway, alright, let's get down to my conclusions of this bay. Where so far my impression on this bay. Okay, so what do I think of PhoenixRudder? Right, this is a deck set. Is it worth getting? I mean, if you're a fan of the Phoenix just like me, I honestly really love how it's behaving so far, especially on the glide bit. So I would definitely want to do more testing with this bay just to see if it's actually even viable competitively. Alright, so do stay tuned to the testing video, right, where I will really be doing a very thorough testing. Okay, so the glide bit, right, just now that we saw during the testing video, it does a very interesting behavior where it's actually trying to be stable, right, because any tilt over, right, this part here at the side is pushing itself, right, it's pushing itself back up, right, so it's actually constantly trying to be spinning flat, right. So very interesting behavior, and also like tilt launching it make these goals are pretty aggressive. And I guess with the 970, it actually kind of helps the burst resistance a little. As we know, the 9 series Ratchet, right, they tend to be pretty burst resistant. And then the blade itself, it seems to fend off attacks pretty well. Like you see, like this is where the thing is actually helping to brush off the attack, the incoming attacks. So yeah, actually, honestly, I really like how this bay is behaving. Do I see any potential in it? Yes. So I'm gonna definitely. Wow, there's a lot of things I want to try with this bay. So do leave your thoughts in the comments down below what you feel about this bay. I'm not sure why. Okay, maybe because like there's only so much I can do by myself, so I really can't wait to test this out against other people and see if it really is bursting as much as other people's review. Right? Other people's review seems to be having bursting issues, but so far against like pretty aggressive blades like the SharkEdge, DranBuster have been doing fine. Or maybe I'm just lucky, right? Maybe despite some of the flaws that I got out of this PhoenixRudder, surprisingly, maybe this is the bay. Who knows? Alright, so hope to see you in the next one. If this video has helped you out, right, please leave a like, subscribe, share the video, and if you really want to see, let me know down in the comments what combo do you want to see this in, and what base you want to see go up against the PhoenixRudder, and I'll be sure to test it out. Alright, so catch you in the next one. Matane, bye bye.